Welcome back, guys. My name is Miss Brittany Koger, and I'm here to walk you through the final investigation station for our investigation station number 3. This is our final test for our dice rolling. So you should have done the introduction, the weight and measurement, all of the magnet tests. You should have done the dice probability, the dice height to see how high a dice can bounce and will bounce. And this one, we're going to see the distance. We're going to see how far a dice will roll when we roll it out of our hands. So, of course, you're going to need a set of dice for the students. And if you're doing this partners, that's great. Maybe have one roll and one read the ruler and then swap them out, however you can do that. Whatever you have available to you, if you have a bunch of dice sets and rulers, let them do it on their own. Let them have fun with it. If you trust that they're not going to roll dice all over your room, just put a measuring tape on your table, a yardstick, measuring tape, seamstress tape, anything that you have, put it out on a table and see how far they can roll. Now, I don't like dice going all over my room, so what I did was I got a very long basket, and this is like a 14-inch long basket. I figure they're not going to go pretty much farther than 14 inches. If they do, then I can put it stopped at the edge of the basket, which is 14 inches. So if it goes further than that, then I know. But this is just to see how far the dice is going to roll when we naturally throw them out of our hands. So you're going to want to tell your students to start at the edge of the basket. Make sure the 0 is closest to them, and we're going to roll forward, and we're going to roll underhanded, and then we're going to roll overhanded. We're going to see if there is a difference. Now, overhanded, I don't expect it to go very far because you're dropping it, but we want to see how they bounce and how they naturally react. That is what all of these tests have been with these dice, is to see how dice naturally react when you let them go from your hand. They're not going to act that natural in space because we have 0 gravity, but we want to get it as similar as possible. So the more we test, the better off we are and the more we know about this and how far we can get them to go. All right, I'm going to kind of pull my camera down a little bit so you can kind of see this as I do this. There we go. You can kind of see how I do this here. All right, so have your students take the dice in your hand. Like I said, you can do this as partners and you can roll and have somebody judge how far they roll. That is up to you and how you do that. All right, so I've got my basket here, got my dice ready, and I rolled them. Okay, and I know it's kind of hard to see, but one of my dice is right past 5 inches. So it is 5 2/16 of an inch. And my other dice is 3/4 of an inch. So 3 3/4 of an inch. So I would write down that information on my dice. And I would do this again. And you're going to do this, like I said, 10 times. All right. So you're going to roll them. Oh! One of them got all the way to the end of my basket. It did not hit the end of my basket. It is almost at 14 inches. It is at 13 1/4 of an inch. So 13 1/4 of an inch for that one. And then this one, my other one is at 6 and a little bit past 3/4 of an inch. So 6 13/16 is what that one's on. All right, so I would record that data in my next slide. Again, I didn't throw that one very far. One of them is at 2.5 inches, and the other one is right at 5. It's right on 5 inches. All right, again, we're going to do this again. I'm going to try 4 times. Both of them got pretty far that time. All right, I got 10.5 inches and 9.5 inches. There's about a 1/2 inch difference there between those. All right, so that was underhanded, rolling it underhanded. Now, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop it from up top overhanded. I'm just going to kind of roll it overhanded. So at the edge of my basket, I'm dropping it. Now, dropping it, one of them is 3/4 of an inch. It's right here at the edge of my basket. And the other one is up here at 11 inches. It bounced and went 11 inches. Wow. That went pretty far. I did not expect that. So I would write that in there. For my first roll, I got 3/4 of an inch, and I got 11 inches. All right, you're going to need 2 measurements because you have 2 dice. So remember that. All right, dropping it again. Both of those landed side by side. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Side by side. 3/4 of an inch. Again, 3/4 of an inch. So that number has come up twice now. All right, let me drop it again. And see, they bounced backwards. They hit the 2 and bounced backwards. And it's at 1/2 of an inch. One of them's at 1/2 of an inch, and the other one is at 1.5 inches. All right, one more time, dropping it in. All right, those both bounced pretty good. This first one is at 3 inches, and this one is right at 5. It's just a little bit past 5, so 5 and 3/16 of an inch for that one. And keep rolling. Do this over and over and over again until you get a good reading for your data. We want to do this as many times as you have time for. Like I said, I only have 55 minutes to an hour in my class, so I broke this down into 10 times each. 10 times of rolling it this way, 10 times of rolling it that way. Do it however you see fit. Have fun with this. Have your students roll and roll and roll and roll. See who can get the furthest. You could even make a game out of it. See who can roll dice the furthest across your room. That would be fun to see who can get your dice the highest for that last one. That would be really cool to do a test like that and to kind of just get your students involved and to make the best design possible for our astronauts that are in space. We want to take care of those guys that are up there risking their lives for information that we're getting and going forward in our future for space exploration. You guys are our future, and I want you to always know that and always believe in that. This is our last investigation station. Our next one is going to be our design and prototype station, where we're actually going to take all of this information and we're going to design a set of dice that have a hole in the middle, because we're going to either be putting a spherical magnet or a round metal ball inside, and you're going to get to design your game board as well. And I'll go into all of that. There's some cool videos along with that, and it's really fun to see the different game boards that have been designed. I cannot wait to see your designs at the very end of this. I hope you had fun, because that's the most important part. You recorded your data, you collaborated together, and you worked together cooperatively and took everybody's information in, because that's the biggest thing, is sharing information and bringing all of our data together, all of our findings together, all of our research together, and collaborating it together to find and make our final design the best that it can be. I hope you guys had fun with this. I cannot wait to see you at our last investigation station. Bye, guys. See you.